unfortunately, he's got not a great draw going early in the class. He actually drew first. Tim Gredley was a late entry. Tim forgot to enter this class, so they put him at the number 1 spot. Now Mclain got the opportunity to watch one go, but it's hard winning this early in the class. But this was my pick to win the class.
Yeah, I think the biggest advantage to going second is having a pretty good idea what the time allowed is. I don't think it's a huge factor again tonight like it was in the 100,000. Probably where Mclain's going to be at a disadvantage is if we have multiple horses going into the second round.
Yeah, for sure. And the jump off, he'll have to, going early, that'll be difficult. But, this horse has been on fire this year. This has really become his number 1 horse now. The horse has really stepped up and jumped all the big tracks. He used him in Barcelona in the Nations Cup final. He was second in Harrisburg just a couple weeks ago. And this horse is sort of a jack of all trades. He can use him for a speed class. He can use him for, some sort of derby class. And then he uses them for some of the Grand Prix classes. But now he's stepped up and jumped all the big World Cups and all the international classes all over the world.
Several of these jumps that you see tonight were used at the World Games. Some are very typical of the Kentucky area and environment.
That oxer he just jumped doesn't look as big as some of the other jumps, but those standards are very, very tall standards, as you said, from the WAG. But that is a big, wide oxer there. This horse is jumping really well. Maybe cut right at that number 10 jump. He's going to watch that a little bit here in this line. He doesn't want the horse to cut right because he's going to get there too early.
And the distance set to the triple is a little bit steady in 5, which makes a triple become a little bit of a scopy problem. Here he comes to the last jump. Hard rub, but clear.
Yep, we saw our first clear. He had a little rub on the back rail. That horse did almost the same thing Tim's horse did. When they jumped that triple combination, just sort of stalled out in the turn. That last oxer's not riding great. Tim overrode and got there and just rolled out the front rail, and Mclain's horse didn't quite step up and touch the back rail, but it stayed up.
The interesting thing as a coach and a rider is you walk the course, you kind of come up with your strategy, you try to predict what jumps are going to be the most hazardous jumps on course, and sometimes they end up being different than you expect.